Hello, everybody. Just having a drink of Diet Coke. Hope everybody's doing great this afternoon. And it's Friday, and it's almost 3 p.m. We got about 3 or 4 minutes to go. So we just thought we'd get this up, make sure we got started on time today. We had a little bit of trouble with the technical stuff uh, Wednesday. And then we had trouble this morning with the disposition in 916 or 16.9. Anyhow, I have it fixed so I can do it on a computer. We're still working on getting it fixed so that we can use the cell phone for the camera. And this, I had it up once, but then something happened. So I've got to figure that all out and find out just exactly what's happening. So we will go from there. And we're fixing to start. I'm going to get me fill up my little Diet Coke so I can make it through, and we'll start on time at 3 o'clock. Coca-Cola hits the spot, 12 full ounces, that's a lot. I don't know if younger people would remember that or not, but I'm sure that some of you with a little bit of age, I'm maybe not as old as I am, but that will remember that. So let's see here. Trying to get this thing squared around, and I think we're ready. So let's see. It's 2:57. We got just a little bit more. So okay, my wife's in there doing her treatment with that commotion she has to put on every day there for an hour or so. And she's got the TV on. She said, I can see you. I hope she can hear me too. But that means we ought to be in good shape. So we got about a minute and a half before we really start up here. I'm going to see if I can get this up here also and just see what's going on. Well, I'm looking up on the screen and it says scheduled for 3 o'clock. So that is I don't know if it'll come up on that thing or not. There may be two screens because I got one up and it didn't work right and had to get this up. So we'll see if it's going. Okay. I got another text that said we were connected and it's 3 o'clock. So it will begin right now. Hello, everybody. I'm going to see if I can get it up here on TV and watch it too. I don't know if I can or not. What you looking for?
Battery charger.
It's
Or is that one broken?
no, I think it should be fine.
Okay.
There's one over there too. No, I mean outside. But go ahead and take that one. That's fine.
One over there? I didn't see it.
Okay, we'll take that one. That's fine. Maybe I brought it in here. I don't know.
Thank
Who
you.
knows what I do? All right, so it's 3:00 and we're up and going, and we're live now. All righty, and we already got two people. No, one person. I'm sorry. So we're going to see what's going on today, and I hope that everybody. That other screen is up there. I wished I could get that one off from there because that's not the one that. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about here today, as usual. And I just hope that we get people here because there's something else up there that says it's upcoming, but it's not. There must be two of them on there. I don't know. We'll get this worked out so we don't have this problem. I'll tell you what. So let's see what they're saying about this. Okay. Anyhow, I know that some people can see us, so let's get on with it here. We got things to talk about, and we want your comments and questions, advice. We'll cuss and discuss whatever you want to. Mainly, we're talking about the livestock, the cows, the sheep, the goats, the pigs, the chickens, the bees, and working with the horses, training them to drive and pull, and retirement. Retirement is a big part of what we talk about in some of our other videos too, and it's a it's all combined in together. My wife and I are both 73 years old, and we chose this lifestyle of feeding these animals, and we done it for the reason that we want to make sure that we have something to eat. We don't want to walk into the stores like a lot of people did when COVID hit and like when this snowstorm hit. I was watching something else on YouTube, and it was a news thing, and they were interviewing this one lady on there that said she's got kids at home, and she'd been to 6 stores and she couldn't even find a loaf of bread in the store. So, I don't know if you call it prepping or if you just being prepared, or we're just kind of forced into doing things as we get older to make sure that we have stuff. So that's what we do here. And we're going to do some of these live from, out with the animals and with the horses. Right here, just getting started this week doing these things. We just kind of sit in here because we know we got this thing up and working. And maybe a few people, if it's like the other ones, will watch it after it's over. So if you have any questions, please just holler out there. And like I said last time, we're gonna be doing this like for an hour. But if we don't get anybody this first 2 or 3 times, we'll just keep on plugging, and that's okay. We got 2 or 3 the last Wednesday, which was our first one, and I know we had 1 or 2 people come in and out, and that's what people do, and that's fine. And we hope that we can get it to the point where we can have a good discussion, and what everybody else out there wants to discuss, we can discuss and cuss here too. we did get one. We'll be actually processing the beef into the freezer, cutting it up into steaks and ground beef and stuff. It's in the ice chest, aging right now, and I think Monday or Tuesday we will be doing that, and then the either Friday or Monday, like a week from today or a week from this coming Monday, we'll be doing the pigs. So we'll have some beef in the freezer, and we'll have some pork in the freezer, and we already have the lamb in there. So we've got some meat put away so we can eat, or we will have when we get it all through here. I told my wife get everything done, use everything for about the last I don't know 6 weeks or so that we needed to use up everything that we could to get the freezer cleaned out for the new stuff. So that's what we've been doing. I don't know. I don't know if I get some comments from you all. I mean, I can even do a little homework, and we can look up something about the. We have this fixed. We're running behind because we're doing a 4-part series on raising babies. Uh, the first one's going to be on raising laying hens from chicks. Uh, and then we're going to have one on raising bottle calves, and we're going to have one with the sheep, the ewes that are pregnant, and how to raise theirs, and the um, horses will be the other one. And I think we might do that one on when the farrier's there to kind of include that into it. So those are kind of things that we're talking about. And we don't know what well, let me back up, start over a little bit. About 50% of our viewers, our subscribers and viewers in general, are like 50 and up. I think it's what the uh, if you look on that analytic stuff, that's what it shows. So we're going to uh, probably be talking a lot about the retirement thing because a lot of people have had interest in that and stuff. So you know, I don't know for sure if the which portion of it is going to be the biggest part of it. So it's important that you leave some comments and uh, hopefully there'll be some people in here to I watched a old Mike. Old Mike says, "If you ain't dead, you ain't done yet." So I agree with that. That's a good statement, and I watched his program this morning, his live broadcast that he had. And you know what was kind of a kind of I didn't know what to expect on these, and of course I was told that I'll be talking to an empty room for a while until we kind of get an audience built up. So we'll see what happens, and I I don't know. The point I'm making is it was surprising to me the amount of people that they get in these asking questions, talking, and conversating, so to speak. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to try, and we're going to, 2-3 weeks anyhow. We're going to do this and see, and then we're going to do it at least once a week, no matter what. But if we get enough interest to do it, uh, the 3 times a week, then we'll do it 3 times a week. So, like I said, this is just starting off, and we're talking basically to an empty room. Well, right now we have 2 people in here, and we want to welcome everybody. We're tickled that we got 2, and I don't know how many that we will have. So we will see what's going on here, and the uh, the end result will be whatever you all want. So we have had a couple people come in and out, and uh, I don't know. I guess there's some way you can look on something else, but I don't know how to do it to see. But anyhow, we're here to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And if you want to say, well, you're just a crazy old West Texas wannabe rancher, farmer, retiree nut, well, then that's okay. You got the right to say that, and we welcome it. You know what? If you just comment, we don't really care what you say. Uh, I got pretty thick skin. You can't really hurt my feelings. And we're looking forward to get some people in here so we can have a good conversation, discussion about things. Wednesday, I met some people from Oklahoma that are in the same boat as my wife and I. They're retirees, and they have few animals that they're raising just like us. A lot, matter of fact, are real similar to what we got. And we had a very nice conversation with them. So you see these things up there all the time on how YouTube changed my life in 6 months, changed my life in 1 month. I got monetized in 9 days. Well, you know what? I am so happy for those people. I'm just tickled to death. I don't know if my wife and I'll ever get monetized down here. And I don't know that AdSense where they put ads on and stuff, that's I guess how you make a little money. And of course we're retired on a fixed income and we want to try and make a little money. But we'll just have to see what happens with it. And if we can get enough people, I will tell you that we have I think it just rolled over to 530 subscribers, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have published 3 long form videos in the past month, and you have to have 4,000 viewing hours to get monetized. Well, I I don't know. When we started this, we're just tickled to have 530 of y'all that are subscribed. We're just tickled. And the thing about it is, the subscribers at this point, which I never thought we'd even get this many, we may eventually get that many subscribers. I don't I don't know if we'll ever get that many watch hours. I'll tell you that, because that just seems like an awfully lot of them. So we'll just have to see how it goes and see what happens. You know, I I don't know. I don't know what happens. only the good Lord knows. So we've had a couple people come in. I don't have any comments yet. I think Monday when we do it, sometimes when and I don't know how they can tell. I don't know what goes on. I think I'll try this thing up here again and see if I can get let's see. There, I got it up live now. Let's see. There, yeah. I got it up live now. So I got the thing going. There, I got it up live now. So I got the thing going. There, I got it up. So, hey, I see myself on TV. Anyhow, we're going to see what happens. And like I said, we're going to talk about livestock, horses, caring for them, raising young ones, and retirement. And retirement's a big thing. It doesn't mean you got to have livestock. You might have been a plumber or a carpenter or built automobiles or cut meat or been an IT person. You know what? If I had been smart enough to get learning on this computer stuff, I'd probably be a lot further ahead where I'm at. But anyhow, like I said, all this is my rantings on here. And we're hoping to get enough people on here. We're just starting this week again. And who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to hang in there with it for a while. And we're going to see what we can do. Now, we're going to keep on making which we have switched to more long form videos than the shorts, because the shorts don't really help your channel. And even though I have to put shorts up to let people know we have the long videos, people complain because they just get the little clips and bits, and sometimes they're not real cohesive. So people that want to watch something in particular, they'd rather watch what they want to watch on the long form video. They don't have to watch the whole thing, but they can see. So what we're doing is just getting on here and sticking our toes in the water and seeing what we can drum up. And we're hoping that, Wednesday's starting, and we had problems at first with the screen and one thing and another. So we're just going to hang in here with us. We got a couple people in the room right now. We don't have any comments yet. Comment if you can. Now, I will tell you this, and I just kind of figured this out the other day. Some people that are watching this aren't on a computer or the phone. Some people watch it on TV. So they, if you're on TV, I guess you don't have no keyboard to answer and comment. So we encourage you to get something out you can comment with your fingers on there. So we got stuff to look at up here. But anyhow, we done a video, and here we go. My ineptitude, the thing is turned sideways, and it's on the dadgum TV or on YouTube. And it was with my wife making huevos rancheros this morning for breakfast. And we done it live. And we had people coming in and out, and I think we'd have had more people than we did. The one person that talked the most, very nice fellow, was from India. And it was very interested in stuff, and we were just tickled to have him here. There was, I think, 2 other comments from other people. And we done 2 or 3 months ago, we done just with the phone, which I was talking about. We'll do with the cattle and with the horses. We'll have we'll be out there with them so we can talk more about them and show you different things with them. While we're on the subject there, have the actual animal right there to show you. Now, for the retirement stuff, hey, y'all all just holler at me and tell me what parts you want to talk about, because I put a couple videos up about being frugal, and I'm telling you what, when you're my wife and I are both 73. Hey, I'm going to tell you all a secret. Don't tell my wife. Maybe she's not watching right now in there because she's doing her treatment with that thing she has to put on. So it's not going to be long. In April, she's going to be older than me for about 4.5 months. So if you all ever see her, well, she's on most of the videos anyhow. However, especially if you see her watching one of her cooking videos or something, make sure you put something on there, because I think she must be a cougar. She married a younger man. But hey, what can I say? I'm just a lucky man to have her. I'll tell you that. Anyhow, back to our subject. I don't think that there is anybody, not just in our age group in their 70s, but people start thinking 50s and such, that doesn't think about this retirement. What are you going to do in retirement? How are you going to live? How are you going to live on a fixed income? Well, let me give you a scenario. When you're young and you're a kid, you look at people maybe in their 30s. Man, they look old. Well, then what happens is, before you know it, you wake up one morning and you're one of those old people in your 20s or 30s. Now, it just happens, it seems like overnight. And then you wake up and you're in your 40s and your kids are growing out of school maybe. And then your late 40s and 50s, you wake up and you're a grandparent. And it's just not very long after that, you wake up and you realize your grandkids, and you're in your 60s, you're in your 70s. Well, I think people live longer than they used to. I hope everybody lives a long, long time. But I know that I sometimes sit here and think, man, oh man, it just seems like this life has flashed before my eyes. It just seems like no time. 73 years is gone. I hope we got some more years of coming in over here yet. So, like I'm saying, you don't have to be in retirement to be thinking about retirement. Think about that stuff ahead of time. Maybe if I'd done a little more thinking and a little less playing when I was younger, then see, I would have been in much better shape than I am right now. But anyhow, at any rate, these are the things that we're going to talk about. And we will be having the 4-part series that I've told people it was coming. But if you watch our videos and shorts and stuff, you'll see we've had just a whole bunch of stuff going on around here lately that it's really taken up a lot of time. So we're a little bit behind on. We actually have everything ready to do them, but we just haven't had the time to do them. And you don't realize until you do it how much time it takes to make these videos and to put them out. Uh, it's kind of like the raising our livestock, training the horses. You know, we ain't gonna get rich doing that. It's gonna benefit us, and it can benefit you or whoever that wants to do that, wants to have that lifestyle. But you have to like the lifestyle. Old Willie Nelson sang that song, he said, "It ain't a good life, but it's my life. But my life is a good life." That's the kind of life that I like, is this ranch farm style. We call it our channel, Our Little Texas Ranch, but it's a farm or a ranch or whatever you want to call it. And there's got to be, well, I shouldn't even say got to be. We know there's other people out there like us, because just starting this thing and messing stuff up on Wednesday, we still got to talk to some fine people doing the same thing that we're doing, from Oklahoma. And I got to tell you, I got the thing written down, but I can't remember what their names were. I'm getting old. So anyhow, like I said, getting back to this, your lifestyle, your being frugal in retirement, like I had started to talk about on these videos, was good for everybody, not just if you have livestock like we do. Hey, a lot of people don't want to get up. I have to be out there at the break of dawn in the morning. I wait until it's enough light that I can see, and I head out there and feed. And by gollies, you might get up and walk down the street, and everybody might not be happy to see me. But I'll tell you what, every single one of those animals is glad to see me in the morning and in midday and when I go out and feed at night. They're all right up there to the fence. And they don't have arms, so they got their mouths open. They're ready to eat. So anyhow, it's one of those things, whatever your lifestyle is, it's got to be something that you like. It doesn't have to be, but you're fortunate if it is something you like. Now, we've had a few people come in, stay for a minute, and come out. And some, I think there's one or two that have been on there for quite a while. And like I said, if they're watching on TV, they don't have something to type in to chat with. So if you would, tell people that we're going to be on here, and I've been trying to put that out on the videos and the shorts both. And like I said, those of you might have noticed some of our shorts that we put out about Our Little Texas Ranch. We're not doing as many because we were doing a bunch, and I mean it took a lot of time, and we found out it didn't really help our channel, and people like the long ones better. Now you get a lot more views off the shorts, but they're just views and people pass through. But if they're interested in that, then they'll come and watch your long form videos. So we're going to see what's happening. Well, we're halfway through this already, and I've been just flapping my jaws and stuff. I wish somebody else was on here to talk to. So I had to have a little drink of that Coca-Cola, Diet Coke. So we do this from 3 to 4 on this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But every day at 4 o'clock, when I get through here, then I have to go out and visit with the animals. So my wife said maybe we need to put a portable TV out there so that when I get off from here, they can tell me how bad of a job and critique my my I don't know, video podcast, whatever you call this thing that we're doing. But we appreciate those of you that are here. And I think this thing's going to be a lot of fun if we can just get a group of people coming in here to talk. So those of you that are here, we got 3 or 4 people in here right now. You know, I'm tickled that you're here. And tell some of your friends, have them check out the videos, tell them to come get on here with us and talk and ask questions or give us some direction or whatever. And look who's coming in right now. Hello.
Are you?
Here's the screen right here.
Let me see here.
Oh, there we go.
Are you in here just to flapping your jaws and not doing your chores?
Yeah, well, not till 4 o'clock. But I'm glad you're out here so you can flap yours a little bit. So this is my wife Terrell,
Hi.
and I'll tell you this: some of our most watched videos are pretty high up in the amount of viewers that we got were from her cooking videos. Now this morning, her cooking those huevos rancheros, and me not having the camera set right because in the past she'd been doing the filming, and I don't really know how I messed it up, but you got to be like this because it's crooked on the screen, and they told us these gurus on this stuff do not take down any of your posts, any of your videos, any of your shorts, any of your long videos, because the algorithm, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I've heard of algorithm for years. I don't really know what an algorithm is. I don't know if that's the brain thinking of a computer or I don't know. But anyhow, they say the algorithm really frowns on you taking anything down. So I got to leave that doggone video up there where you got to stand over here on your head to watch it because it's sideways, you know. And certainly it couldn't have been my fault. It must have been hers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So, honey, what do you want to say? What's going to be your next video? What are you going to cook next?
Well,
put
I have
on there?
no idea because, this morning I hadn't planned on that. He just called me and said, let's do a live thing of you cooking. What are you having for breakfast? So I kind of had to jump in there and get it done. I'm no fancy dancy cook. I don't even have any, but I've been, my grandma and great grandma taught me I just do country cooking, and I can't cook anything small. If I do spaghetti or soup or anything like that, it tends to grow. I can't have a small dinner. I always cook, have a lot of food. Nobody, just like from my grandma's house. You didn't leave my grandma's house hungry. Yep. It was, not fancy food, but it was good. Stick to your ribs food. And nobody leaves my house hungry either.
Yeah, we always got peanut butter and jelly, Yeah. But what are you cooking for supper tonight?
We're going to have a barbecue chicken and baked potatoes and possibly a little, vegetable. But I take the chicken. We like chicken legs and chicken thighs, and just put them in a baking dish, and I slather them with barbecue sauce and season them, and I just cover them real tight with foil and put it in there for about 40 minutes and let it cook and go in there and baste it every once in a while. And then I uncover it and let it, the barbecue sauce caramelize. I like the caramelizing, part of it. And baked potato, slap some butter on it, and there you go.
Sour cream. I like sour cream.
You may not get sour cream tonight.
Well, we just put a little extra butter on there.
Yeah.
So the uh, uh, apple cake recipe, and her and her granddaughter, and I even got my ugly mug in there for just a minute or two. But it's 4 parts. Takes a long time to make that apple cake because once you mix up a part and it has to set. Long story short, it's all on our videos. And it says part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the part 1 is a short, and then 2, 3, and 4 are long form videos. But it's a step by step, tells all the ingredients and everything that go in there and just how you do it. However, I will have to say one thing.
What?
This morning, even though you gotta, well, it now if you was laying down on the couch, you could watch that video that I put up this morning pretty good, I guess. But there's not the one thing that wasn't brought up, I guess I should say, the one reason it's probably so good when we were eating it, because my part was making the eggs.
Oh, I see.
The rest of it was just kind of.
It was just, yeah.
So, like I said, she was inside doing her, what do they call that thing that you have
It's a compression treatment to help move the lymphatic fluid through my arm and everything, and it keeps it moving and keeps it from building up in my arm after having 27 lymph glands removed from underneath my right arm. So I have exercises that I do first thing in the morning. I got to do the physical exercise, and then I have to do that, and it's every day. And I'm doing good. I went to the doctors on January in around the 13th and 14th. Got super good reports from my doctor. Yep. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm not, wearing my compression sleeves, and that's what this, people, on the video see me with.
I thought you said you're not you are wearing. See, this is a thing she has to wear on that arm. It's a thing that goes all the way up. So
yeah. So and
her machine that is like goes around her whole body like a vest, and down this arm, because this was where the cancer thing was at and stuff. So I call it her shake, rattle, and roll machine, because I'll tell you what, it goes on and it goes and then it stops. Click, 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 and then it's someplace else it goes.
Yeah, because it's forcing air in and out, and it's massaging in a certain specific order to move that lymphatic fluid up and around to get it to go into the other side, to get into because you got lymph nodes all over your body. So I'm missing 27, but it can move over to some other parts.
Anyhow, she is doing real good. Her those of you that have watched our videos, this has been 2 years now since she was diagnosed with cancer, and she went through radiation, chemo first, then the operation, and then radiation, and then I guess from now on she'll have to do these other treatments. But she is doing great, and right now we just go back every 6 months, and get a check. But she is cancer free right now, or the doctor said you can't say cancer free, but disease free right now. I guess here's one of these things we talk about other things, but that's how they just pop up. Do you know everybody has cancer cells in their body, even healthy people? Am I reading up when she started on this? And there's other things. I forget what it was. There's things that your body produces, but it don't get me lying. I don't know how all that stuff works. Yeah. Well, what else have you got to talk about here, honey?
Well, I'm getting ready. You're going to be getting ready to go do the chores, and I'm getting ready to go in and get that chicken in the oven so we can cook. And and it'll be ready. Because let me tell you, he'll be calling me going, is it 5:30 yet? It's 5:30. Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner?
She knows me. She knows me.
And if I'm 5 or 10 minutes late, he'll be sitting in the living room going, where's my dinner? Is it ready yet? It's like some little kid in the back seat of a car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Well, I'm a grown boy in my second childhood,
Yeah.
and I have to eat to keep up my strength.
Yeah.
What would the cows and the goats and the sheep and the chickens and the pigs and the bees and the horses do if I wasn't there to feed them?
Well, they just have to wait, just like you do. When
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
I
little
mean,
bit
if I
late.
was gone, I'd
Oh,
keep it up
well.
my strength by eating.
Yeah, yes, you are.
I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for the animals.
Oh, I see. I
So,
see. Well, I'm hoping. I sent out a little text to our granddaughter, and when she gets off of school, if she wants to come over, she likes the barbecue chicken and baked potatoes, so she may be coming over here for supper. So
well, I may let her have a little bit.
just a little bit.
Just a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would like to just take a minute and say thank you for the people. There's a couple people. Of course, I have no way of knowing who they are, but according to the number on there that have stayed for the majority of this, and we only got about 15 more minutes to go, and I so appreciate that. I hope that you tell some other people, and we gradually build this thing up so we can have these conversations and we can talk about whatever is wrong in this world that we need to fix. And I'm sure we can figure it out. All they got to do is ask us and we can tell them.
I'm going to say goodbye and go in and get.
Well, you
My
can't,
stuff
can't
started.
leave yet. We got a
I
few
can't-
minutes left.
Well, I'm sure you can fill the
Well,
gap.
I don't know. Are you going to come and film the feeding tonight or not?
I'm going to be in the kitchen cooking.
We'll be in the kitchen cooking.
I'll be in the kitchen cooking.
Do you know that? Remember that old song? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Oh, oh. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. What was she doing? Strumming on the old banjo.
Okay, yeah, that I couldn't quite. My brain wasn't going.
Boy,
that
I'll
fast.
tell you what. I quit my singing, and that'll run y'all off. I'll tell you what.
So I'm gonna go. I've got some things to finish up, and then
Okay.
I'll get your dinner in the oven.
All righty.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Bye, guys.
So that was my wife, Tara, right there, and she's hanging in there. We've been on this thing for tomorrow will be the 31st, and so I think tomorrow is 5 months that we have. We'll be making the videos, mostly shorts, and then we got some longs, and now we're making mostly videos, long videos. But we're just tickled that all of those that come today, the ones that just was in and out, and the ones that stayed, we're tickled that y'all came. I do want to mention on the animal portion of it. I don't know what the date is, but I'll put it up. But one of our live shows is going to be with the farrier, and I don't know if you all have seen Himador and Patron, the horses, and the one big horse that's like a small draft horse. It's over 16 hands tall, and I'm breaking it to drive. To pull a wagon. So but both of them will be getting shoed that day, and we'll have that live while we're doing that. And then of course those that want to see it but couldn't make it for the live show, they post this up afterwards so you can look at it. So we talked a little more about the animals. Let's talk a little bit more about this retirement stuff. Is there anybody out there that's listening, that's just got in retirement more money than they know what to do with, well, I don't know anybody like that. But I was listening to this other uh, podcast or whatever you call it, and they were saying that it's just a kind of like I was talking about the different type jobs and stuff that people might have had getting to the retirement. Well, there's different levels of retirement, and I don't mean that my wife and I certainly don't have no money, uh, and I have other friends that they're comfortable in retirement, so their level of what is being frugal in retirement is going to be different than our level of being frugal in retirement. So I don't really think that there is a one size fits all in retirement. So we got to hash all these things out and talk about them and figure it out and see just what the heck is going on. Now, I want y'all to do me one favor if you would. Tell one other person this next week to come get on here and not to watch me, not to look at this ugly old mug. That's not what this is all about at all. But to get on here on something that they can chat on, got one of these keyboards so we can talk about some of this stuff. That's the whole reason I could sit down and make out a script and just get on here and tell you something. Well, that's not what I wanted to start this thing for. I wanted to get the conversation going on and find out what you all think about things. I know I watch, some people that have these, they just get on there and they talk and that's it. And that's fine. I watch a little bit of some of them, but I like the part the podcasts or whatever you want to call them, the live things where you can actually ask questions and I seen one just about 4 or 5 minutes of one yesterday where I don't know how they do it, but they were actually, you could hear the whoever was talking to them, their voice. People are asking them questions. I don't know how they done that. I have no idea. I'm not one of these electronic geniuses. I do well to turn a off on switch and not get messed up. As you can tell from my video, that our live video of her cooking breakfast this morning, that's tipped over on its side and I can't take it down. So anyhow, once again, I started and I got off on a tangent. Tell one other person. If everybody tells one other person, and then next time around that person tells another person, there's a name for that when things start expanding exponentially. And that's an awfully big word for me to get out, exponentially. But that's the way that it grows. And we got about another 5 or 6 minutes here. And I cannot thank those of you that have been with me for the majority of this time with Terrell and I. And I'll thank in advance those people that watch us. We seem to get a few views after, it goes up there, the replay or something. Exactly. I don't know how that works, but it just automatically goes up there. I don't have anything to do with it. So, and when I say up there, I'm pointing up here at my TV. So, let's grow this thing. And you know what? Yeah, we kind of, the things that especially the shows or the videos, live stuff, might tend to be, if I'm just by myself, more showing the animals or working with the horses or whatever. But the whole object of having this live deal is to have enough people that we get questions and comments and people talking, and we can start a dialogue and start a little community. And you know what? They say it takes a community to raise a child. That's what they used to say. Well, I think that's probably more important today than it used to be for the situation some of our world is in. So we need to make that community, and we need to have more people get on here and talk. And by golly, us old retirees, like I'm using his tagline, whatever you call it. Old Mike says, old man Mike, I think is the, or you can look up, if you ain't dead, you ain't done yet. Well, we may be retired and we may be older, but we ain't dead yet. I guess that might be in our future, but right now we're more concerned with we ain't dead yet. So we want to get in there and scratch and dig and make the best. Make this a happy time of life. And anything we can say or do to help anybody, young or old, or if anybody has says they might be able to tell us something, you know. And by gollies, we might. I'm looking at my timer up here. We might just figure the answer to all of the world's ills. So I guess we'll start wrapping it up because I'm at 57 and a half minutes. And I had said when we started that Wednesday that if we had people, I'd stay for the full hour and be tickled to and happy to. Otherwise, I'd stay, and I think I stayed for about 45 or 50 minutes the first one. And I want to thank you all very, very, very much that have watched this. And I'm going to ask you again, bear with me, please tell somebody, watch our videos or some of them, and share them with people, and maybe we can build up a good channel, a good community channel, and we will just get everything worked out, by gollies. And we will have a good retirement. And I think anything else I say at this point, I'm just kind of dragging things out. So I would just, this old cowboy would just like to humbly thank you for listening to my rantings today. And we'll be looking forward to talking with y'all and other people so we can get a conversation going and get our community started on here. So thank you. Please remember to, well, we love the comments. Please comment, good or bad. Like or don't like. You know, that's whichever way you want to do it, and subscribe to our channel. Doesn't cost anything, but it does help us. And we thank you very much, and God bless you all. I hope that the rest of this week and the rest of this year is the greatest and the best year that you've ever had. Thank you all. See you Monday.